Hey everyone, this time we revisit my garage side of the channel. Today I want to share with you 10 issues I've encountered with my Mercedes C-Class W204, and I'll tell you how much it cost me to repair them. These faults are actually very common with W204s, so it can give you some insights when you're buying the car. Bought the car from a trader with 6 months of additional warranty, and I'm the second owner. It's a fantastic car, but like any vehicle, it comes with its own set of challenges. Let's see what are they. In the first week of ownership, I've noticed 2 issues. The first one was a faulty crankshaft sensor. I tried to get away from a junction and the car juddered like crazy when I had to boot it. I almost had an accident because it didn't respond when I needed it. Very, very dangerous. The second thing was a strong petrol smell in the cabin, but not really outside. There weren't any obvious leaks or puddles under the car, so the mechanic from the independent Mercedes garage had to go through the whole fuel system connections. One of the hoses perished and was leaking petrol. I don't have to mention that I wanted these two faults sorted immediately. Both repairs were covered by the warranty, so no additional cost to me. This one, compared to the other 2, is just a pain. Torn seats. No matter what you do, these seats covers will fail. I managed to glue mine and they are okay for now, but at some point it will fail and require proper repair. I bought a leather repair kit that cost me about £10 and still have plenty left to do other jobs. Mercedes, you could do so much better with the materials and the design you used. Next up was the airbag recall. This one is a biggie because a faulty airbag can either fail to deploy in an accident or deploy unexpectedly, both of which I don't have to mention are incredibly dangerous. It's crucial to get these recalls addressed promptly, and Mercedes was quick to send me the letter to book the appointment, and I think it was about 2 weeks. They did a health check on the car, no system update this time, but they validated the car. £0 on this one. When I got the health check report from Mercedes, I asked about the subframe corrosion, as this is happening to almost all W204s. They confirmed there's a bit of rust, but it would only be actionable when the car would fail the MOT and there would be visible holes in the subframe. They advised me to protect it with wax, but I heard stories that Mercedes refused free warranty repairs as there were third-party substances involved, and that could be the reason for damaging the part. So 0 costs for now, as I didn't protect any of the subframe parts. However, on every MOT I always require a proper check of the subframe, and I'll get back to Mercedes if something is not right. Let's talk about the foot brake. This system is just annoying, slow and clunky. I have videos where you can easily help with it being sticky and how to adjust it to be effective. Some people say don't use it at all, but I don't want to add additional stress on the gearbox, so I use it every time. Another £0 with a bit of DIY. Next up, the classic on these cars, wheel speed sensor fault. This sensor is vital for the ABS and traction control system. When it fails, you might notice a warning light on the dashboard. No cruise control, and the car might not handle as well and respond, especially in slippery conditions. I had the Christmas tree on the dash with all sorts of messages: run flat indicator inoperative, ESP unavailable, refer to the manual, etc. I have a very useful video on how to identify which wheel is it from with the secret menu in the head unit without any extra tools. I got the part from eBay, but it's important to make sure it matches your car, as these are very sensitive and you can waste money and time. It cost me around £31 just for the part, and I installed it myself. Fairly easy job. We'll get controversial now. Eco mode stop-start stopped working. Some may say a blessing. I just don't like when something is not working, especially when it can lead to other issues. The first thing I checked were the batteries and the alternator. Another useful video to do a check from the secret dash menu. If the voltage is low, different systems are getting wrong readings, throwing errors. Both batteries had not been changed since the car left the factory. Well done on almost 10 years. So I changed both. £170 for the main battery and £50 for the auxiliary. That still didn't help. No eco mode. I had a couple different codes, but it was the vacuum brake sensor that failed. I got the part from Mercedes for 6340 and replaced it myself. Have a look at the video from the repair. Now I can switch it off every time I start the car. The joys. The next one was a biggie. I wanted it to not happen, as I thought it's one of the latest of W204s. They must have sorted it. Spoiler alert, they didn't. Electronic steering lock failed on me and I got stranded. ESL is an anti-theft device, and when it fails, you can end up being unable to start the car. I was lucky that it had failed in almost open position, so I was able to turn the steering wheel and install the emulator. Check out the video where I explain how I did relatively cheaply. £240 added to the bill for the emulator. Ouch, but it could be much worse. We're coming to the end of the list, and the latest issue I've encountered was failed drop link. It got flagged on MOT, but for a good couple of months I could hear knocking noises and I couldn't pinpoint what or where was it coming from. I ordered the part from Mercedes, £32, and installed it myself. Fairly easy job. This is the final cost of parts and work that needed to be done within 2 years of owning the car. Despite these problems, it's still a car I enjoy driving. I'm fortunate enough to have the space and the tools to do majority of the jobs myself. Otherwise the bill would be much bigger. If you had similar experiences or have any questions, drop a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next video.